All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to talk about Square Enix getting roasted by its own shareholders. Now, I made a video about this on the main channel. If you guys are watching on Hypnotic Live, I understand. The headline says Square Enix shareholder questions company about Sweet Baby Inc.'s involvement. So, just a quick note. When people like to talk about, oh, you're just a grifter. Why are you talking about this? Stop talking about this. Blah, 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 right? You're not making any change. You're not doing anything. I want to make it very clear that by talking about this every day, by rallying the troops, as cringe as that sounds, and by getting more people informed, we have now gotten this to an almost worldwide level. And it's not just this channel, obviously. It's thousands of channels out there all taking part in the conversation. And this is why it's very important to keep the conversation going. Because when people are informed, it starts getting to the ears of investors. And these investors, keep in mind, the investors for companies like Square Enix, they're not exactly people that are in the culture war, if you catch my drift, right? They're people who are just, they're regular people investing their money. And the fact that there is even at least one investor who asked this question, that's huge. That's honestly huge. And it's not like this is Square Enix in America. Like, this is Japanese. And we're going to get into this. Let me scroll down so you can see better what's going on. Because it goes into a little bit of the Sweet Baby Inc. backstory, which we already know. We already know the whole backstory. So the shareholder asked during a recent report, I'm personally happy about the shift from quantity to quality. I hope good titles will come out in the future. I'm concerned about the Canadian consultancy company Sweet Baby. Square Enix is listed as a client, but is there actually a transaction there? What kind of transaction is it? Will they continue to do so in the future? So they're trying to ask, hey, Square Enix is listed as a client of Sweet Baby. What exactly is the extent of your relationship? I think it's a very simple and very logical question for an investor to ask of a company that he's investing in. I think that's okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? Well, apparently, these concerns that are very valid were not answered by Square Enix. They chose to dodge this question completely because they don't want to ruin the relationship they have with Sweet Baby Inc., or at least that's how it seems. So Square Enix president Takashi Kiryu responded, I would like to refrain from making specific comments about individual clients. As we shift from quantity to quality, providing content that is enjoyable and safe from our customers is also part of what makes a product fun. We will do our best as creators. That is the literal definition of political speak. This guy chose to ignore the question completely about Sweet Baby Inc. He did not want to answer it. What the hell is providing content that is enjoyable and safe? What does that mean? What is safe content? Does anybody have an answer to that? Like, what is safe content? Like, are they not going to make content that comes out and tries to threaten you? Are they not going to make content that comes out and tries to shoot you or something? Like, what is safe content? Because for me, safe content means content that is riddled with identity politics. Safe content for me, how it seems, is that you are going to continue to keep going down the woke, the woke path. That's how it seems. Safe content is what got you where you're at in the first place. Safe content got you Forspoken. Safe content got you Marvel's Avengers, aka Kamala Khan's story. Safe content took you from $380 million of operating revenue to $90 million in 1 year. That's what got you to where you are today. So if I were you, I would be thanking my lucky stars that I have investors that still even want to invest in me in the first place after losing $300 million of operating revenue in 1 year. Am I crazy for saying that? Like, you got people that want to actually give you money even after all your fuck ups. And they're believing you when you say that you're going to focus on quality and not quantity. And yet here we are, where your responses are adherent to all the bullshit that got you in trouble in the first place. So I really genuinely believe that if you are an investor of Square Enix, I would run the fuck away. If they can't even answer your simple question about the extent of your relationship, it's not like they were asking you to talk shit about Sweet Baby Inc. The person asked you a very simple question, which was, what is the extent of your relationship? What is the transaction here? Why don't you want to talk about the transaction between you and Sweet Baby Inc.? It should be very easy. You can even give a political answer, right? You can say, oh, they're a consultancy firm that we use to build our narrative sometimes. Whatever. Obviously bullshit, but whatever. Like, you could have just came out with that. But the fact that you are trying to lie, or obviously not even lie, you're just trying to not even talk about it. You're trying to run away from the conversation. That's not a good look. That is a bad look. So, again, if anybody's watching this video on Hypnotic Live, or if you saw the main video and you are an investor of Square Enix, I would highly recommend you pull out of there very quickly, because it's pretty obvious that the company does not have your best interests at heart. If they're that scared, it just goes to show how much power this SBI company actually has. If Square Enix won't even speak about the relationship that they have with them, they won't even talk about it. Remember, one of the best things that you can realize is the ones with the most privilege and the ones with the most power in society are the ones that you can never talk about. Hence why all this trans shit, LGBTQ privilege, all that stuff, it's the same thing with SBI. They very clearly, for a company that says they do nothing, for a company that says they have no power, you guys sure as fuck have so much power that they don't even want to talk about what you guys actually do with the company. You got Square Enix running away and hiding and refusing to talk about it. And then it says, this line of questioning also comes in the wake of Square Enix working with consultancy group Black Girl Gamers on their Forspoken game. Forspoken was a massive flop and resulted in Square Enix shutting down the game's developer, Luminous Productions, and absorbing it into Square Enix. It's amazing. It's amazing. It really is. So time will tell. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know how it goes. Time will tell what's going to happen. But again, if you are investing in Square Enix, pull out. Pull out real quick. Run away as fast as you possibly can.